Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I am raising a matter of national importance, which I have briefed you about this morning.
From where?
From your office.
At least I didn't see you today.
Madam
Yes,
Speaker, I was in your office this morning.
What is the matter?
This matter, Madam Speaker, relates to an issue I raised here regarding human rights. 3 of us, members of parliament, from a party under construction, PFF, the Honorable Francis Semujju, the Honorable Kamara, and myself, were arrested taking a protest note to the Kenyan embassy. We are actually now reporting to court almost twice a month. When I raised this matter, the Attorney General made an undertaking to come here and brief Parliament why 3 MPs were roughed up like chicken thieves, but also to brief Parliament as to why 36 members of PFF were kidnapped from Kisumu and charged.
It is called what?
PFF.
PFF.
Yes. Madam Speaker, you know these things because you are in FDC. Madam Speaker, the 36. The 36.
Honorable Semujju, I am, at least you're reliably informed that I am not in FDC.
Madam Speaker, that's why I said you are in FDC. I'm not saying you are still there.
Okay.
But
what is the issue?
So the 36, the response that government promised relates to our arrest and then the kidnapping of the 36. Madam Speaker, why this matter becomes very important to receive an answer is that this government is squeezing people. You have just had 16 members of National Unity Platform being coerced by the army to plead guilty for offenses they did not commit. We have 36 who are there on terrorism. Our celebrities are in court. So the reason and you are saying order. The other day, near the Fort Portal mayor was killed by NRM and his NRM. So those of you are just order. Wait for your day tomorrow. So the issue I am raising, Madam Speaker, is an issue of human rights, deteriorating human rights. These military people who sit here every day are squeezing our people. That's why when they are here, they are just quiet. They are squeezing our people in courts of law. Instead of taking people in courts of law, they are squeezing them in their tribunals. So can we get that response, Madam Speaker, on those 3 issues? Those who are kidnapped, our arrest, the 16 new members who have been squeezed by the military to plead guilty for offenses they have not committed.
Order.
But order from our side. Why don't you sit their side?
Yes, there's an order.
Thank you very much.
Just before you come with the order, did you say that the matter is in court?
Madam Speaker, I said this matter was raised here and government made an undertaking. I was actually given a copy by the clerk of parliament of the matters that government was going to answer. So I have that copy. That's why I am only demanding that government fulfills its bargain. They said they will come here and explain the arrest of members of parliament and then the kidnapping, because the kidnapping is not in court, it is a suspect.
Honorable Minister.
Madam Speaker, if you allow me to complete, because I was stopped by point of order. And each one of you here, potentially, you might be in prison tomorrow. We have had MPs who have just returned. So when you are speaking about matters of prison, please, the former LODU, allow us to raise these matters. Madam Speaker, the issue of abusing prisoners' rights. You see, when these prisoners, one of them, the ones who are alleged to have confessed their crimes, now from prison's uniform, he appeared in an NRM t-shirt bearing President Museveni's poster. I was in Chitalia. I took t-shirts to PFF members, the 36 who are there. And the prison told me you cannot bring political t-shirts in the prison. How did government access prison to take their Museveni's t-shirt? You simply cannot abuse rights of prisoners, even when they are subdued. Madam Speaker, these matters are very serious matters. I see.
What the Honorable Semujju is raising is that the government is in the habit of hurrying to arrest persons they suspect of committing a crime, produce them in court, and thereafter relax. Producing a suspect in court to take plea and then keeping quiet for 4 years without any trial. What the Constitution had envisaged is that the trial is actually the prosecution adduce evidence and there is a hearing, not just a matter of bringing them to court and it's mentioned like it's happening in the General Court Martial and several other courts around the country. So the matter that Honorable Semujju is saying relates to the speedy and fair trial. How do you arrest me and put me 5 years? And yet even in the end, even if I'm found guilty, some of the sentences would actually be less than 3 years. So how do I serve 5 years in a trial and yet the punishment may actually be less than the 5 years? That is what we should clarify about. And there are so many examples that we can give right from the court martial and also with the other courts of law.